Welcome to a demonstration of the new version of the TrueScript's fax processor. A number of changes and improvements have been made. At this point, we not only let you download your faxes, you can upload PDF forms either through a direct upload from your desktop, or you could enter a web address to pick up the PDF from a URL, and then you could store them as reusable forms. For example, say a prior authorization request and so on. So what we're going to do here is actually go and look at some of the new features in this fax processor. So I'm going to go and look at the first fax request. It says RX request. And what we do in this version is we first show you each page. If there are multiple pages, you'll see thumbnail images for each page of the fax. Now, sometimes you may receive a fax which is upside down and the orientation needs to be changed. You can change the orientation, so that it's viewable. You can print the fax directly using the print icon. And if you choose to, you can also tag and archive the fax, with the patient's name and any associated tags, and store it in the database for future retrieval. Now what we've also done here is enhance the fax processor to eliminate any use of paper in your practice. So if you click on the edit button, we let you annotate the fax, we let you use highlighting tools, we also let you use redaction tools, and once you're done with the annotation, you can choose to either fax it back directly from the screen, send it by email, save it to the database, or even download and print it as needed. So let's have a look at some of these simple annotation tools here. I'll start with the pencil icon here, which basically says you can do any freehand annotation that you want. So if you want to say 3 and you want to sign off with the cursor, you can do that. You can add any text. For instance, I could go and say medication discontinued. You can increase the size of the font of the text or decrease it. You can use a tick mark or a check mark as needed. You can use the eraser to erase any of these annotations. You can use the highlighting tools, for instance, highlighting in yellow. You can do a black strike across. You can also do a whiteout as needed. We also have redaction tools, as I mentioned. You can go and select any specific area, and you can either clear it with the hotkey X, or you can black it out with the hotkey uppercase X. So once you are done with the different annotations, you can also stamp it with your signature. So I'm going to go and take a set of signatures which is appropriate, and I can stamp the signature. Now in this example, the signature was not transparent, but we can give you the ability to have signatures with different sizes and different levels of transparency so that you could use it on any form where needed. Once all this is done, you can save your annotations. You can go ahead and upload a cover page if you choose to, and this cover page will be uploaded from your desktop, so you do need to create or have a copy of the cover page in PDF. We let you delete pages. If it's a multi-page fax, you don't want to send back certain pages, you can remove them. You can reset or remove all the changes that you made to the document. And finally, when you say done, it's going to give you some options to process this document. And those options are straightforward. You can fax it back. You can send it by email. You can forward it to another user within TrueScripts in your practice, either to your assistant or office manager. You can fax it and forward it to somebody within your practice. You can archive and tag the documents. And finally, you can also download the document for local storage and printing. And each of these options will walk you through a simple form where you can put the recipient's fax number, add any comments, so on and so forth, and send it out. So this is a quick overview of the fax processor, and is based on HTML5, the latest in technology. And the biggest benefit of this new version is you do not have to print a fax, sign it, and then manually fax it back. You can do everything on the screen. All you need to do is use Firefox or Safari, the two HTML5 compliant browsers. You can also use Chrome, Google's Chrome, to do that. And we believe you'll experience a big reduction in your expenses regarding fax, supplies, paper, toner, and so on and so forth. Anyway, if you have any questions, please forward a message to TrueScript support line through your TrueScript interface. And if you have any suggestions on improvements, please let us know. Thanks.